fire broke out in Malaysia, burned down 2 houses. Fortunately, no one was hurt. February 27 marks the 10th anniversary of 2010 Chilean earthquake. A memorial plaque was inaugurated in Cobquecura. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Jenny Lee. In Pontian, Malaysia, a fire destroyed 2 homes and damaged another. The fire ravaged the wooden houses and inflammables on site. Luckily, no one was injured. The 3 brothers reside on the properties were shaken by the fire. So Tzu Chi volunteers brought emergency cash and portable folding baths to ease their minds.
A fire broke out at midnight and startled the 3 brothers. Their houses were made with woods, and with the recyclables in their house, everything was engulfed by the flame. But fortunately, all 3 of them escaped unharmed.
You just can't imagine the smoke can reach you in just 0.some second, and it can make you unable to breathe. Fortunately, I ran very quickly.
It was too late. Then I called my younger brother. If I hadn't called my younger brother, he would have died. Luckily, I called him.
The 2 brothers' houses have all been burned down, so they can only sleep in a factory and a garage respectively. Tzu Chi volunteers have brought a portable folding beds to them, so the brothers do not need to sleep on the floor. They also receive the emergency cash to solve some of their problems.
At this moment, we really need people's help because we have lost everything. We had everything, but now they're all gone, so we're very grateful for this.
It's important to be grateful to Tzu Chi for his help.
They suffered great loss in properties, but the whole family escaped from the fire. They have confidence that they can rebuild their houses and solve their problems together.
Every month, the DaAi Food Pantry goes to Inland Empire in Southern California to deliver fresh produce to those in need. Over 700 families came out to the food truck. While the parents were busy getting fruits and veggies, Tzu Chi youth volunteers kept children busy by reading and spending time with them. Let's see the footage.
Upon the arrival of the food pantry, the recipients have already formed a long line. Once a month, volunteers bring love into the campus of Southern California. The foods have filled their baskets.
I want to tell you that, and I appreciate a lot for you guys doing for us. And I think it's very, very important. All these people coming here, and we feel the pain.
While parents are busy in getting fruits and vegetables, Tzu Chis are accompanying children to read books.
I just love coming here and seeing the smiles on people's faces when they get the food that they need, because here in the Inland Empire, it's really hard to get good, affordable, healthy food, and I think this is one of the great opportunities to solve that solution.
One of the recipients of the food distribution today, they kind of commented like, oh wow, like even the youngest are here. I'm like, yeah, it's every single generation. You can help at any age. So I think that was really rewarding.
In 2 days, about 700 families received foods. Volunteers also gave them bamboo coin banks so the seeds of goodness can blossom in the community.
Tzu Chi Vision and Dental Mobile Clinics in California work with homeless shelters to bring clear eyesight to the homeless. The mobile clinic provided optometry services as well as prescription glasses. With new glasses, the recipients say that it is now easier for them to get jobs.
When vision is repaired, it hinders one's ability to get a job. Thus, the Great Love Vision Mobile Clinic is helping solve that problem for the homeless.
I've been trying to find jobs, but lately I can't see them or film or do applications because I can't see. Eyeglasses will definitely come in handy today and tomorrow, and then I hope you'll find a job sooner down the line.
The new glasses are going to help me. I see better, I draw, I do tattoos, and I do different things with my eyes, and it's kind of hard for me to get a job, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a job.
I believe that my Tzu Chi glasses will help me, give me the ability to focus on my job work and things that's necessary for my day-to-day life.
Having received Tzu Chi's dental assistance and haircut service in the past, Aldred is here to get new glasses to help him see better.
This is my first time with optometrist, and it helped me a lot to check my eye because I'm diabetic.
Isaac, a Latino homeless friend, was curious about the portrait of Master Jinyan on the wall.
I seen the picture, and I asked him, I said, hey, who's the lady?
Yeah.
And he explained everything to me and how she had a vision, a dream, or a sight, and she put it all together, and with hard work and dedication, she got mobiles, and you guys are in different countries and helping, and yeah, I think that's awesome. That's awesome.
Tzu Chi has helped homeless friends with their vision problem, and also due to Tzu Chi's love and care, their spiritual needs have also been met. Everyone sends their best wishes to these homeless friends and hope that they find their footing in life soon.
This year marks the 10th anniversary of the 2010 Chilean earthquake. The 8.8 magnitude earthquake devastated the country, especially the area of Cobquecura. At that time, Tzu Chi volunteers from 7 countries formed a team to provide relief supplies. Many entrepreneurs became volunteers and founded Tzu Chi office in Santiago. Last month, the mayor of Cobquecura invited Tzu Chi to unveil a memorial plaque commemorating this legacy of love and support.
After loading all the goods, the volunteers drive southwards. Chile Tzu Chi volunteers drive for over 400 kilometers and 7 hours from San Diego to reach Cobquecura. Young people have left town to work, so only the elderly and the poor live in the city. Tzu Chi volunteers and the staff of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Chile hold a distribution.
We've chosen 200 underprivileged families for today's distribution. It's important to pass on Tzu Chi's giving without asking for return. Many volunteers are foreigners, but they are the important support to our reconstruction. These volunteers had helped many towns to carry out reconstructions.
The reconstruction that the mayor talks about refers to the one in 2010.
Las enseñanzas que han podido transmitir, los documentos que han entregado, dan cuenta.
Your arrival didn't just bring over material help, but also spiritual consolations to the survivors. On behalf of my country, the 8th province, and my family, I must thank Tzu Chi volunteers from around the world.
La ayuda brindada por los voluntarios de la Fundación Tzu Chi, los que están en Chile y los que han venido de tantos lugares del mundo.
Damage from the earthquake and the tsunami might have been erased 10 years later, but Tzu Chi's love stays in people's hearts.
In Chile, in the land where we grew up, we need more good people like Tzu Chi volunteers. So today we're here to witness the inauguration of the stone plaque, so we can forever remember the Tzu Chi Foundation from Taiwan.
Gracias, dando las gracias a esta fundación y en este caso a la comunidad taiwanesa.
The stone plaque erected 10 years ago was redone due to the nature's elements. It again symbolizes the love remains strong and firm.
Tzu Chi has been together with everyone for 10 years. Tzu Chi founded a Chile liaison office in a year when the earthquake happened.
Speaking to the audiences, Tzu Chi volunteer Wu Huilan was a successful businesswoman who had just contacted Tzu Chi in 2010.
She has lived in Chile for 22 years, and she's a successful businesswoman. She's also the chairperson of a women's association, so she's very devout to charity. She supports Tzu Chi, so if Tzu Chi has an office here, she's willing to share the work. She has been visiting Taiwanese business people in Chile for the upcoming distributions.
Now in Chile, there are still many people like her who remain firm after 10 years in doing Tzu Chi's work. There are also newcomers in the rank. They will continue helping people in need in Chile.
In the midst of the snowstorm, Tzu Chi volunteers in Shenyang, China, arranged and sent medical supplies to hospitals and medical institutions. The supplies, such as medical gloves, were donations from Malaysia. In total, 446,000 gloves were distributed to help the frontline healthcare workers.
Despite the snow, they meet up on time. Superintendent explains why she insists on receiving the aid supplies from the volunteers personally.
Before we dispatch some staff members to Wuhan, Tzu Chi Foundation has delivered the protective gear, including 40,000 gloves to our Weikang Hospital. I'm very grateful.
Shenyang volunteers are transporting the epidemic prevention supplies sent by Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers. After their identities are checked, they go to cargo company to claim the supplies. The volunteers move the supplies and also load them onto their private cars so they can be delivered to different places.
The medical gloves can serve many purposes in our clinics and laboratories. They are widely used as we check the health of the women and children during the epidemic time. We can use them as we provide IV injection and work in the labs, so they are much needed by us medical institutions. Tzu Chi has provided a big help.
More than 446,000 medical gloves were partially given to sanitation organizations to be given to medical institutions. The other gloves were delivered to the hospitals directly. As the epidemic continues, volunteers continue to provide love and care.
Tzu Chi Myanmar volunteers instructed local residents about the seriousness of COVID-19 epidemic. Volunteers taught them about proper hygiene to prevent virus transmission. Meanwhile, another group of volunteers went to a monastery school to teach students to cook vegetables and provide basic health education.
Just before students arrived, a group of Tzu Chi volunteers were preparing food in this monastery school. They wanted to use food to help everyone learn a lesson. As soon as the little chefs enter the venue, head-to-toe hygiene is part of the course.
We want to thank volunteers for coming to the school and teaching us about health and nutrition. If we can maintain a good hygiene and wear masks, we can prevent transmission of the virus.
After preparing themselves, these students get a chance to show off their cooking skills.
They all think that sushi is too expensive and they don't dare buy it to eat. This time they learn about it and put in carrots and cucumber inside a seaweed wrapper, and it's really delicious.
And in another part of the village, instruction about virus prevention is being undertaken, teaching villagers about an issue they are not familiar with.
Most of the villagers here are unfamiliar with outside news, so we wanted to share with them the latest international news and teach them how to protect themselves from the virus.
Although I'm not infected, after seeing this, I'm quite sad and I pray that the epidemic ends quickly.
Local villagers also contributed rice that they had collected for half a year. They used their full heart to share this compassion to those in need and pray for the world.
Tzu Chi volunteers made mask cases for seniors living at Mingqing community in Hualien. The case can be reused again after washing, reducing the amount of mask required and also achieving the protective function. In addition, they also taught the seniors preventative knowledge so that they're able to protect themselves.
Under the current epidemic, it is necessary to protect our seniors well. Tzu Chi volunteers specially made mask cases to send to the care station at Mingqing community in Hualien. The mask case is washable and hence extending the usage duration of masks. They also taught the seniors how to prevent the epidemic. What is more important than wearing masks is to wash hands frequently and thoroughly, allowing the seniors to be able to protect themselves.
Before we started the lesson, we have disinfected the whole environment. When the seniors arrived, we measured their body temperature and sanitized their hands using alcohol. After they leave, we will disinfect the room again.
The bone strengthening exercise can enhance cardiopulmonary function, train core muscle groups to reduce back pain, and improve immunity against virus.
The course aims at teaching the seniors why it's necessary to wear masks and wash hands frequently. More importantly, we advocate vegetarianism here.
Under this severe epidemic, it is hoped that everybody can face it with peaceful and pure mind and to adopt vegetarian diets, gathering kindness to pray for society.
In our next story, we will see a strong woman who has raised her entire family. Zheng Chuanhui has to support her family of 6 on her meager salary. At one point, she had to move multiple times because she could not afford the rent. In her most desperate time, Tzu Chi volunteers reached out to her, provided financial aid and care. Now her life has improved and she aspires herself to be like a big tree, offering support to others.
结婚的第一天，我其实就想离婚了，就想要逃离那个婚姻。
On the first day I got married, I thought about divorce. I wanted to escape from that marriage. My father-in-law has depression, and my husband suffers from bipolar disorder and keeps nagging. He will blame me for trivial things. I felt that I should either accept my fate or escape. After I have kids, I could not escape.
那当你有小孩了，就更不能逃跑了。来，走。
Come on, let's go. Before then, I was the only person in the family who was working. My husband suffers from bipolar disorder and depression. He had a hard time. As he suffers, we also suffer. He cannot work. I have to take care of 3 kids and the elderly father-in-law. As a result, I had to raise many people on my salary. I learned about $700 a month. I had to feed 6 people and 2 large dogs.
哦，伊要去夹电梯啦，要夹电梯。做饭较伤软啦，再打较甜。
这蚵仔贝、高丽菜，搁去煎的啊。
那有糖加过哦。拄啊，较慢呀。那个椰菜哦，还有香鸡面呐，对庄慧特别有印象。
My heart goes out to Zhang Hui. Since her moving 3 times within 3 years, she finally settled down after moving here.
We need to help her move so she can save money. If she hires someone, she will have to pay them.
I think we should accompany the children as they pursue an education. The youngest daughter is graduating from college this summer. All sufferings have their rewards.
I think they're luckier than children elsewhere. Why? Because they do not need to take out student loans. Tzu Chi subsidizes about $700 in tuition for every child.
Back then, I was really happy that all 3 siblings could take to the stage to receive the scholarship.
My younger sister received the most awards because of her academic achievement. She is so good. You'd say she is extraordinary. She is the master of both the pen and the sword. She can do anything.
午餐变晚餐，不会有唉声叹气，我会喜欢捏她的那个。
I like to pinch her shoulder. I said, "Your shoulder is strong. You can support a family like this."
一个家庭的，现在就是可以让自己松一口气。
Now I can relax a bit. At least I'm not like before when I had to worry about not having food the next morning, or I could not afford my children's tuition.
这打起环保资源创意热。
我要讲一下，就是说它后面有破一个洞。
哦，是哎，我都没有看到它破一个洞，我只记得这个很漂亮，对不对？哦，没有收起来，要水洗啊哈。
对对对。
哇，这个这么漂亮。
我是怎么走出来的？就学习植物的精神。
How did I rise above life's challenges? I learned from the spirit of plants. Many plants grow despite difficulties. They grow from inside a wall, right? I want to be a tree. Trees will grow tall towards the sky. It can also take care of other people. People can enjoy its shade.
它也可以就是当别人的树荫。
Healthcare supplements are already a necessity for many people's nutrition. But there's a saying that if you take fish oil and calcium tablets at the same time, it will cause diarrhea. Is this true? Let's ask a professional pharmacist.
In order to pursue health, many people consume healthcare supplements to replenish their nutrition. However, some people say that diarrhea will occur if taking 2 kinds of supplements together. Is that true?
My friend will have diarrhea after taking fish oil and calcium tablets. So strange.
I heard that diarrhea will occur if taking fish oil and calcium tablets together. Is that true?
In fact, one is oil and the other is alkaline, making people think of the chemical reaction associated with soup making. Eating soup will surely cause diarrhea, but is it really the cause?
Samponification occurs when there is strong alkali and heat. The calcium tablet we consume belongs to medium and weak alkaline, and there are no stirring in the heating action. So this will not lead to samponification.
If this does not ease your mind, then just take them separately. The pharmacist also suggested taking calcium tablets before sleeping to allow the best absorption.
The effect is indeed better if you take calcium before sleeping. It is because calcium can stabilize our nervous system, making us think less and sleep easily. Its absorption will become better if there's no other food taken in or interfere with its action.
The pharmacist also reminds people to take appropriate amount of supplements. As to what and how to eat, it is better to seek doctors or pharmacist advice before making any decisions.
In Dallas, Tzu Chi offers put together a vegetarian feast fundraise, encouraging everyone to sign up to go vegetarian. Let's have a look. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.